Welcome back to City Trends. I'm your host, George Miller. I have my next guest with me. You guys are going to really love to hear what he's got to say. This is a gentleman from Hanford, and this is Rob, and he's going to be talking about the museum. And in the last couple years, they've been doing a lot of stuff over there at the museum, and they've been hosting a lot of events. And he actually has something that's really exciting this next week coming up, and he's on the show to share that with you. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. Now, can you give us a little background on the museum, kind of set the stage, and then talk about what you're doing this next week?
The museum started out as a Carnegie library in 1905, was the library until 65 when it moved up the street. After it moved up the street, it stayed vacant for about 10 years. City wanted to knock it down and make a parking lot out of it, and the residents decided that that's not what was going to happen. So they passed a petition around town and got over 3,000 signatures on it, and led by some of the more business leaders in town, they approached City Hall, and the council decided that they would lease it to us for 99 years for $1.
Wow.
And so in May of 1975, it became the museum, and it's been the museum ever since, and it features nothing but Hanford and Kings County history in it.
Awesome. And that building's a historical building as well, right?
It is registered on the U.S. Register as one of the historical sites.
Yes, because there's a lot of old buildings in Hanford. Now, you got something coming up this next weekend that I may actually bring my wife to. Can you share with the audience?
Well, first of all, we have a ghost walk through downtown. We visit a number of the buildings that are haunted, and while they're talking about the building, the ghost of that building comes out and greets you and tells you a little story about what's going on. And then next week we have a flashlight tour both on Friday and Saturday nights. The museum, when it is dark, it is just pitch black in there, and we give each person a flashlight and take them on a tour. Sometimes they get to see some paranormal activity, sometimes just being in there in the dark kind of freaks them out. But it's a lot of fun, and we take them into areas where normally people don't get to go, especially our basement, which has a couple of really active ghosts in it, and they have a lot of fun in it. Last year we expected 100 people, and we ended up getting 200. And this year we've surpassed that as far as numbers so far, so we've gone to 2 nights.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are going to be offering this Friday and Saturday night.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because we used to, I used to work for Warehouse Furniture. This was back in the 80s, and the Bastille was still open and all that. And we heard those rumors there, too. They even thought the Bastille was haunted.
It is haunted.
Okay.
In fact, on our ghost tour tonight, we will go to an old brothel that was downtown, and then to the Artesia Hotel, which has a very famous ghost in there. We also will be visiting the courthouse, go to the second floor of the courthouse, as well as the Bastille, where Mary is still residence there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because that used to really be the old jail, right?
It was until, I guess it was 1972 or somewhere right around there when they moved into where they are now. Or where now they're in a newer jail. So.
Okay. Okay, this is really neat stuff. Now, you guys have also been doing some other stuff there at the museum. I saw, I think it was one of the councilmen was in there the other day.
Oh, Francisco Ramirez. He is our celebrity tour guide for last night and tonight on our ghost walks. He's quite a guy, and he comes in every so often, talks to us and says, "Hey, can I help you with this or that?" and so forth. So he's our city councilman also for the district. So we think it's great that he appreciates that the museum is there and tries to help them best he can.
Yeah, I think it's great that you see them out there active and participating in the events. And there's a lot that's going on with downtown now. They're getting a lot more aggressive and getting a lot of people down there and a lot more events going on, I've noticed.
We are. The chamber does a number of concerts with K-Jug and brings in up-and-coming country stars. The Main Street program, in fact, last night had Witches Night Out, which brought about 1,000 witches downtown, or ladies, I should say, dressed up as witches. And so we've had that was an interesting event last night. They also do a wine and chocolate thing in December, which really brings a lot of people. And we do in our December, part of our things, we do an actual real Dickens tea in the museum itself, and we have people who play different parts of the Dickens book, and so it's kind of a neat, and our museum, it looks the part too, because it's a Romanesque style of building.
Yeah, it has a lot of character, a lot of character. Okay, so if someone wants to get a hold of you, or get a hold of the museum and find out how they can participate next week, how can they do that?
Okay, you can charge tickets by phone. By phone, if you do it, it's $7. The night of the event, it's $10, and you can call us at 584-1367. Unfortunately, we don't have a direct sale Facebook page or what have you. However, you can see us on Facebook as well as on our website as well.
Okay, outstanding. And reserve your tickets now, because I think it's going to be bigger this year than it was last year. Thanks a lot, Rob. Really appreciate you coming on. Hopefully we'll have you on again. You got something coming up in the future, give me a call and let me know.
We sure will.
Okay, great. Okay, folks, we got to cut to a commercial, and we'll be right back.
Okay,
Good job.
Good.